Hey, how you doing? This is Edwin from Talk Loud Motivation. I just want to say, if no one told you that they love you today, I'm letting you know that I love you, and I want you to know that God loves you even more. But I want to talk about something real quick. Let me get comfortable. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a father. My oldest child is 30 years old. My youngest is 20. I got a couple of grandsons. Love them to death. I've been married 27 years, but me and my wife been together 30 years. And I love her. I love her so much. She's an amazing woman, and I thank God for creating her for me. I thank him so much. And you know what? I don't tell her enough, and I need to, how much she means to me. So, you know, I have 3 sons and a daughter. My daughter is doing well. All my kids are doing well. None of them have been in jail, and my daughter ain't, pregnant or anything like that. She got her own thing that she doing, and she, as far as her own business, and she's doing real well with it. So let me get straight to the point. In the beginning of this video, I said that I was a father. And I just want you to know that whoever it is, I don't know who it is for, but whoever's out there that's a father, and whether you've been a father for a long time or just becoming a father, you know that is not easy, being a father. But what makes it even harder being a father is if your father, well, 2 ways. If you never met your father, and then have a male role model who's a father to teach you how to be a father, or you had a father who wasn't around to teach you how how to be a father. So let me explain something. For a long time, I was very angry at my father because he was around, but he didn't teach me how to be a father. And he I didn't play baseball or anything like that. Let me get straight to it. My mom loved my father a whole lot, and I think she loved him more than she loved herself. And he wasn't that. He wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I honor him, but he wasn't that. His fathering skills and the way he treated my mom, you know what I'm saying, his skills wasn't up to par. My mom bent over backwards for him. You know what I'm saying? We lived in shabby places, and it was a struggle. My mom was a good woman, you know what I'm saying? But I think her self-esteem was low, and my dad treated her any kind of way. And so I'm gonna get back onto the father thing. And even as far as being a husband, because my wife, my mom and my dad wasn't married. So even the relationship sucked. And my mom used to say the best thing out of the relationship between her and my dad was us, me and my 2 sisters. Now, I'm not here to bash my dad, but I'm here to let you know how he was. And then there's something else I'm gonna put in at the end. Let me explain this. My dad didn't teach me how to treat women. My mom did. and how she taught me how to treat women is because she wanted to be treated like that. You know, I'm a jump. I've heard people say that my mom was my dad. And I don't want to say that because my mom wasn't my dad. My mom can't be my dad. My mom could not teach me how to be a man. My mom could teach me how she wanted my dad to treat her, but she couldn't teach me how to be a man. And my father wasn't there to teach me how to be a man. You know, I remember there was many times that we had things, like I don't remember my father at school things. I don't remember my father at, and I've been fighting to remember this, but I don't remember my father at my graduation. Maybe he was, but I don't know. But he was away for so many things. He wasn't around for so many things. Birthdays and like, I don't, you got some kids who grew up with their dad and they walk in the bathroom, they get their dad in his underwears, shaving. Nah. No. If I remember correctly, I remember sitting down at the table with my dad maybe 2-3 times in my adolescent life. I don't know what my father's favorite color is. I don't know, a lot of stuff I didn't know about him until I became a grown man. But I want to I want to say sorry to a couple of people. I want to say sorry to my wife. I want to say sorry to my kids. Becoming a husband, I think at the age of 24, and a father at the age of 20, I winged it. I learned as I went. I didn't know how. I didn't know, as far as diapers and changing diapers, I had to learn that right then and there. As far as worrying about someone else other than me, I had to learn that right then and there. As far as I got a few coins in my pocket and my child needs some Pampers, I had to learn that right there, that he comes first, his need comes first. I had to learn that. I had to learn that I just can't pick up and go. There's no belling out on this. A lot of, it's very common for men to do that, but I had to learn that my child or my children weren't asked to be brought here. So I had to learn that. I had to learn to sit there and have patience when you're trying to teach them something and they don't know they don't get it. I had to learn that because, let me tell you, I had to learn talking to my son about girls. I had to learn to talk to my daughter about men. I had to learn how, and I'm going to get a little into it, I had to learn how to use condoms myself, like through school. School taught me that. My dad didn't teach me that. And for a long time as I'm growing up, we didn't have family functions. We didn't have family cookouts. We didn't have it was crazy. We didn't have none of that. My dad didn't take me, you know what I'm saying? I got an uncle that live in New York. I don't even know where in New York. That was his brother. You know what I'm saying? I probably seen him 4 or 5 times. I know who he is, but, and things as I got older come out of woodwork. So I just want to say sorry to my wife and kids. But I want to say thank them to me for sticking with me because I didn't know what I was doing. I know a little more now, but I didn't know what I was doing when I was younger. Arguing, me and my wife arguing, and, she make me mad out in the public. I go crazy and act up in the public. So I was so wrong for that. My wife give me money to pay a certain bill and stuff like that. But new sneakers come out or whatever. Yeah, new sneakers come out. I want those. I tell her I go pay the bill and come back with some sneakers and the lights get cut off. And she be like, well, I thought you paid the bill. Don't worry about what I do. Don't worry about what I do. That was the way I was. We get paid. She put all her money in and pay the bills, and I'm giving her partial of my check. Like, nobody taught me it's all in all the way through, but I had to learn that. And verbally hurting my wife, because that's all I seen. That's all I seen. And then, not being loyal, my dad not being loyal to my mom, and my mom accepting it, and I kept seeing 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 it. And then you know what happened? I did it. Being unloyal to my wife. I think of the day because she forgave me. She didn't forget what I did, but she forgave me. This is why, because me doing what I did, I almost lost my family. We was away from each other for a long time, but we back. And this is why I value marriage so much. Like, my father didn't teach me how to treat women. My father didn't teach me that. And he didn't teach me how to hold relationships. But my mom didn't teach me because she didn't know how, or didn't know that he is not supposed to treat you that way, or you're not supposed to allow him to treat you that way. But anyway, I was very angry and I hurt because father and son things and all of this and stuff like this. My dad come in late at night. You know what I'm saying? He come in late at night. Come on, wherever we lived, he come in. 9, 10 o'clock, leave like 12. No, I'm like maybe a little wrong. 1, 2. And when he didn't want to be bothered, when he didn't want to hear my mom mouth, what he used to do is come in, start an argument so he could leave early. My mom hurt for days because she love him and she don't see him and stuff like this. And then, he not around for a few days or whatever the case may be. And then he come back. And she forgive him, and it just go over and over again. Like, my mom hurt. But you know what? Like I said, for a while I was upset for my dad. It took my dad. My dad been left this world probably like 3 years now. 3 years. It took me to realize, and I hate to say this, but it took me to realize after he was gone to forgive him, because I did confront him about it. With some things that I'm not going to get into it. There were some things that I found out that, Dad, why you didn't tell us this when we was kids? Like I got, for a long time, I thought I only had 2 sisters. But I got a whole bunch of other sisters. I didn't even know I had a brother. Black people don't do that half stuff. If it come from one of your parents, you know what I'm saying, that's your brother or your sister. And I didn't know about that, but I do now. And then like I said, I was very angry with my dad. But you know what? I started talking to my family and stuff like this, and I found out that my last name was from my dad's mother. My dad's mother never been married. My grandmother and grandfather on my father's side never been married. My grandfather wasn't around. My grandfather used to talk trash to my grandmother. He treated her bad. So now my dad is gone. I'm sitting there like, well, how is he gonna treat my mom the way she's supposed to be treated if he don't know how? If the fact that all he's seen was what he's doing. That's what he was brought up with. And I just want to say, again, sorry to my wife. and sorry to my kids because of what I did. And then I want to say sorry to my mom, what happened to you, because what my father did. And then I want to say sorry to my dad for your dad doing to you what you did to me and my mom. You see, so the curse just kept going. And if you go back, it go back further. And 9 out of 10 chances, my great-granddad probably did that to my granddad. But again, I want to say sorry to my wife and kids. And this is why I have to, when me and my wife reconciliated and she forgave me, I told her, you ain't never got to worry about this again. This will never come back up to you again. I apologize, and I try to make it. I talk to my kids all the time. Like, my dad didn't know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know what I was going through, or me and my sisters. He didn't know. He didn't know. You know. But you know what? It does come a time where you old enough, even though that you was brought up doing, you seen certain things. It has to come to a time to where you realize right is right, is wrong is wrong. Okay, I seen what I seen with my dad. I did it, but then I realized that it was wrong. And I'll never hurt my wife like that again. I'll never hurt my kids like that again. And they grown. So I had to cut the curse, even though I was part of the curse, to make sure that my sons treat their women like I treat my wife now. Put your girlfriends, aka potential to be wives, on a pedestal that they belong, because your mom is on a pedestal. Your mom is the queen. Ain't no woman come before. The only thing that comes before, the only person that comes before her, and the only relationship that comes before mine and hers, is mine and God's. That's it. Not even my kids come before her. And I had to break that curse, because I didn't want my boys to do the same thing. And I have to let them know, embed this into my oldest son, embed this into your boys, because listen here, we need to break that curse. So if you're not ready if you don't want to be with their moms or anything like that, then stay on a parent level for both of them. And then if you got the girlfriend, then you treat her like she's supposed to be treated. We can't go back what your great-granddad did to your granddad did to me. We have to cut it at me. You shall not do that. So, Dad, you know what? I didn't say sorry to everybody else, but I'm sorry the way I felt about you. And now, you passed away, but I'm sorry for the way I felt about you. And the thing is that you can't be the man that we deserve, or the father that we deserve, if you wasn't taught it. That's just plain and simple. That's just me. So I just want to say, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, my lovely wife. I'm sorry, my sons. I'm sorry, my daughter. I was winging it. But you know what? God got me now. And then I realized I always had a dad. I didn't know it, because God is my dad. And that's why I base my relationship. I try to base my fatherhood and my husbandhood on how God wanted to be. I mess up. Don't get me wrong. I mess it up. I do. I definitely do that. But every time I stray away, I go back. Dad, is this the way it's supposed to be? Dad, what? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, no, you're wrong. Me and my wife get in an argument, and I'm like, yeah. We used to get in it. And then now me and her get in an argument, and my wife say something, and I look at it, and I'm like, well, you know what? You was wrong in that situation. To where I said, like, listen here, I apologize. I was wrong. I don't know everything. I'm very wrong. Listen. I don't want to lose no more time with the arguing and all of that with my wife. I don't want to lose that. I need her. She's my best friend. I need her, and I love her so much. So I don't want to lose no time with her. I love my kids. I don't want to lose no time with them. All right, y'all. All right. So this is Edwin from Talk Loud Motivation. Leave a comment. When you see it, leave a comment. We can hook up and tell your story. All right. God bless y'all. Say sorry. I don't care what, and mean it. I don't care what the situation is. Say sorry. Well, he hurt me. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that he hurt you, or she hurt me. I'm sorry that she hurt you. But maybe they hurt, or maybe somebody hurt them. Because hurt people hurt people. Check them out. See what's going on. All right now. God bless.